What's up, Sporkman family? It's your boy Sporkman, and today we are bringing you a Dinomorphia deck profile. This is a really amazing deck that I really love playing. It's such a control deck, and it just messes with your opponent, and pretty much you're basically down to almost 0 life points, and your opponent just cannot defeat you. It's so funny, and it's so irritating to your opponent that it's such an entertaining time to just watch your opponent lose, honestly. So first we're running 3 Dinomorphia Theresa, one of the main cards in the deck. Basically what it does is that you normal summon it, and then you could set 1 Dinomorphia trap card from your deck onto the field, and it just sets you up for your next turn. We're also running 3 Diplos, which is another fantastic card in the Dinomorphia deck. I run 3 of it. I know some people run 2, but I personally like 3. Now, the next card we're running is, of course, because we got a back row, Lord of the Heavenly Prison. Pretty much protects your back row. It's a 3,000 attack beater. Really like it. And yeah, man, it can also set a trap card when it's brought to the field as well, which is really nice. So a lot of different methods of using that card, but this is, like, of course, the main one, and just it does its job really well in the deck. We're using 1 Misk for the deck. I actually do like to run 1 Misk. I think it's helps out a lot. We're also running 3 Ash Blossom, and self-explanatory why we're running 3 Ash Blossom. And that pretty much rounds out the monster cards for the deck. Like I said, it's a very heavy trap card deck. So the next thing we're running is 1 Fossil Dig, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 2 Pot of Dualities. So this is all the spell cards we're running in the deck, and very useful at times. We don't need more than 1 Fossil Dig, to be honest with you. I've realized that over time. The duality, because you're never really special summoning monsters on your turn, it's always on your opponent's turn, so you have basically no con of using this card. It's all pros, to be honest with you. And then of course the Harpy's Feather Duster to get rid of those pesky spell and trap cards that are probably or maybe in your way. Now for the trap cards, we're running 3 Frenzies because, I mean, it's Frenzy. You have to run 3 Frenzy in the Dinomorphia deck to get off your plays. 3 Domains, same reason. We're also running 2 Sonic. The nice thing about Sonic, compared to Domain, is if this card's in the graveyard, you can basically not take any battle damage from a monster card. For Frenzy and Domain, you don't take effect damage. So that's the difference. But with Sonic as well, you could pop a trap or spell card on the field as well. But you have to destroy one of your Dinomorphia cards. But when you do that, you pretty much set off their effect as well by being destroyed by card effect, which is, again, really nice. So it's a lot of ways to set yourself up. I'm also running I should say, sorry, not 3, but 1 Brute and 2 Intact. Now, I've debated whether or not to run 3 Intact, but I've decided to just run the 2 Intact and 1 Brute because it works really well. Same thing with Intact. It prevents you from taking battle damage if this card's in the graveyard. Brute is going to not allow you to take effect damage. Same with Alert. Alert's not going to allow you to take effect damage. And the nice thing about Alert is that you can special summon 2 Dinomorphia cards from your graveyard back onto the field, which is really, really useful. And then Brute is basically just popping a card on the field, but also triggering a Dinomorphia card effect because you have to pop a Dinomorphia card in order to do that. So really awesome overall. The next cards we're running we're running 3 Solemn Judgment. Yes, sir. 3 Solemn Strike. Need it. We're running the 1 Grave Digger's Trap Hole. The Eradicator, because this is so clutch in the deck. And then we're running 3 Fair Flames, probably the most underrated card in this whole deck. It has won me so many games. I absolutely love this card. I can't say it enough. You need 3 Fair Flames in this deck. It's so good. Okay, so now onto the extra deck. We are running 3 Rexstroms because it is broken, 3 Contriga because it is broken, and then 3 Stealthburgia. So I'm running 3 of all the Dinomorphia extra deck cards because I love it and I love using all of them. So yeah, and basically, so what I should say is you're bringing out Contriga first when you're using Frenzy or Domain, and then from Frenzy or Domain, whichever one you're using, you bring out Rexstrom and then just start owning the field because your opponent can't activate card effects under a certain amount of life points that you have. So busted, guys. Really, really busted. The next things we're running is XC monsters. We're running the 1 Doka, the one Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragon, the one Raiders Knight, the one Abyss Dweller, and then for our Link monsters, we're running the Dark Charmer Gloomy, and then the one Cross Sheep. I found out that this method works really well, at least for me. You guys can try just something different, but I've really enjoyed using all these cards in the deck, main deck and extra deck, and it's worked out really well for me. I won a lot of duels, and duels that I thought I was never gonna win because I'm like, oh, that deck is way too powerful. Honestly, Dinomorphia has really surprised me. The things it's able to do is kind of nutty. So I highly recommend at least trying it out, and seeing for yourself how crazy this deck is. There's a reason why it recently came in top 16 at YCS Philly, at least that's what I heard. And yeah, I highly recommend playing this. It's really fun, and it's really fun to mess with your opponent as well. But yeah, that's basically it. So I hope you enjoyed the deck profile from yours truly, Sparkman. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, YouTube.
I give my all, hey, just to save you, I give all of me.